shouldn't say, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All praise.
Mexican brothers getting shot in their own driveway in front of their kids. All of these are the beginning of sorrow, right? We believe these things. We come out here every week to show our faith.
Come out here and stop you? Did we come out here to talk to you? Did we come out here to talk to you? No, we came out here to talk to our people. We came out here to spread love to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Same people, your people.
Hey, what's up, man? Y'all got a question?
Oh, no. Just want to know what's up. I already know what's up.
You know what's up?
Yeah.
What you know, man? I want to know what you know. Learn me something.
That we're the original people.
Original what people?
The SICARRI.
Hey,
Israelites.
that's right. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
And we're the natives, the Latins, Africans.
Listen, not no damn African. Don't do this. Right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. What's your ethnicity?
I'm half Brazilian, half Mexican.
All praises, man. What's your father?
My dad's Brazilian.
Okay, all praises. What about you, my man? Hispanic? Good. All praises. So you've heard this before, but you ain't heard this before. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a question right quick. I just asked somebody else that. How long ago did you hear that you were an Israelite?
Within the last year.
Okay, so not very long.
Not very long.
What do you believe it, first of all?
Yeah, how the way we're treated.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's a powerful thing that you just said, because how we're treated goes into a lot of prophecies of how you can identify who the Israelites are. Even more so than physical description. The prophecies of how we're treated, and even the prophecies of how we treat ourselves. As a result of how we're treated for so long, you start hating yourself. You know what I mean? And we start hating everybody that is us. But what I'm saying is, those are prophecies. So, since you believe, what should you do now?
Well, it's just, I tell people.
Just tell people?
You know what, we should all stick together.
That's true. That's true. But you gotta bring it out of this. So how do you get, like I just told the dude that literally it's the same line of questioning, right? How do you get more wisdom to be able to inform your people? Because it's just like me. When I first learned that I was an Israelite, I knew that I was an Israelite, but I really couldn't explain it to anybody out of the Bible, right? So how do you get that wisdom to be able to inform, like, for instance, your brother that's right here? How you go about that?
How do I do it?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, brother. That's a beautiful question. Because I was gonna give you that answer whether you asked the question or not, right? But the Bible tells you that there's a certain way to go about getting that wisdom, to put yourself in better standing, to come out of wickedness, but also to inform your people. Go ahead, I'll give what we got for other person. The keeping of her laws.
Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? The fear of the Lord brings about fearing the Most High God enough to do exactly what He says, because you don't want to be destroyed. And you understand that He is a God of wrath, He is a God of judgment, He is a God of punishment, so on and so forth. So when you understand that, it puts a certain fear in you. You want to please Him to do what He says, right? Go ahead.
A good understanding have all they that do His commandments.
So a good understanding have all they that do His commandments, right? You eat pork and all that. See, you gotta stop that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. And pork is just one of the laws. There's a bunch of them, right? But you have to stop certain things in order to be able to receive the wisdom, in order to be able to properly give the information to the brother that's right here. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Proverbs 2 and 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understand it.
So again, the understanding, the wisdom, it all comes with bending your ear to the Most High God's laws, statutes, and the commandments, and ultimately not only bending your ear, but acting them out, right? You hear it, you do it, wisdom is imparted on you, and then you are able to better yourself to come out of this world more and more every day, little by little, and also to inform people like this brother right here, right? So you gotta do so. So the fringes that these brothers have on and the zigzags that are hanging out, like stuff like that, not even more. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans act like that's the worst thing in the world, but it's not hard to do, man. You know what I mean? So just start with the baby steps, like I told the other brother, man, through the Spirit, and just wisdom will be imparted on you. Now, do you want it, or are you comfortable with just living the way you live? Are you mad? Let me ask you something. When I say comfortable, I mean this, right? Because you see me leaning on this brother. I'm really comfortable, right? I'm super comfortable. He might not be, but I'm all right, right? What I'm saying is this. Does the state of your people make you angry? Does it make you mad? And do you want to see your people on top of the people that's been on top of you for so long? Or do you not mind being the white man's footstool? We should be on top. The only way to do that is to keep this on. The only reason we're on the bottom is because he did it. So if you're that mad about it, and if you really want to bring about change, you got to start by keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments. Hey, you got to be determined, right? You got to be diligent. We just brought that out. You got to be diligent. You got to be determined. You got to be zealous, etc., etc., etc. And really sooner or later, man, we can get up out of this, and then we'll be on top, right? They'll be in our fields. You see what I'm saying? You'll be able to put a whip on their back. You'll be able to put their kids in cages. You know what I mean? You gotta do something stuff like that. What's up with you, man? You ever heard you an Israelite outside of today, or this your first time? This your friend? Your cousin? You ain't told him you're an Israelite yet, man. Alright, it's all good. It's all good.
We don't live close. I live in San Diego.
Oh, you're from Vegas?
Yeah.
You just visited?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a camp. We actually have a camp in San Diego. A camp is brothers that come out here and do exactly what we do, but these specific brothers have the same shirts as we do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we know them, and we are in the same congregation. So what about you, man? You believe you're an Israelite? You believe your people are better than everybody? First of all, do you believe all people are the same? Do you believe in the Bible? Get Deuteronomy 7:6. Let me show you how special you are.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So holy means separate. This is Moses talking to the Israelites. This isn't everybody. Holy means separate, right? That means the Most High God took you and separated you from every other nation of people on this earth. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Man, when you start hearing words like chosen, when you start hearing words like special, you have to understand that that's not talking about common folk, right? That's talking chosen and special. If there's a group of 100 people over there, and there's a chosen, and somebody says, yeah, that person is chosen, you're not gonna assume that that person is the same as all of those other people, right? So chosen, special, separate. This is to the Israelites. Read on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So I know growing up, they tell you what? God loves everybody. Everybody is a child of God, etc., etc., etc. They tell you everything, but you are an Israelite of the tribe of Issachar, and God loves you and only you, and he can give a damn about everybody else that's not an Israelite. They don't tell you that, right? But the Bible just told you in Deuteronomy 7:6 that the Israelites are above everybody else. Have you ever, can you imagine what this world would look like without blacks and Hispanics? Think about how boring that shit would be, right? Right? It ain't that happening, right? Because we're above everybody so they take everything, they take the ways that were above everybody else, and they use it to further their kingdom. See what I'm saying? Y'all come a little closer. I can't really hear y'all too well. Yeah, exactly. Now the Bible said, "Get the salt to the earth." Come on. Go ahead.
It's Galatians 3:16.
Right.
Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to seeds as of many.
So it's not unto seeds as of many. It's the seed. If you have a child, what would you? If I say amen, that's my seed right there. What am I talking about? So the Bible says it's not of seeds as of many. Go ahead.
But as of one.
But as of one. There's only, listen man, that Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the seed that comes up out of Jacob is the seed that counts for the promises, for the righteous. Give me Romans 9. We get that out.
Matthew 5:13.
Right?
Ye are the salt of the earth.
Like you just said, the vibrations, everything will be different, right? This is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ right here, and he's calling the Israelites the salt of the earth. What's food without seasoning? Salt is nothing but seasoning. Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus, just said that this world is tasteless without Israelites in it. Go ahead.
But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Hey man, hey. How much look at the flavor that we have and our people are wicked. Imagine the flavor that we're going to have on the side of righteousness. We've lost our flavor and we're still taste better than them. Imagine getting your flavor back, bro. You see what I'm saying? And this Bible is all about getting your flavor back. Reclaiming your heritage. Understanding who you are in the land of your captivity. You see what I'm saying? And not only understanding who you are like you have for the last year, but start acting on that and keeping the commandments in the face of the people who oppress you. And in the face of your Israelites. Because the only way you can properly teach this brother right here to keep the commandments, you can know what to tell him all day long, but if he doesn't see you acting it out, it's just going to be a bunch of mumbo jumbo. You see what I'm saying? You gotta walk it out, right? Okay, come, go ahead.
It is this, Salakia, it is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and trodden under foot of men.
There you go.
Ye are the lights of the world.
You're the light to the world, man.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Hey, you ever ride down Camelback or something and see all those houses on the hill? You can see every house that's on the mountain, right? You ride past neighborhoods, hey, you ride past neighborhoods, oh, you don't know that, but you got houses on the hill in San Diego, I know this for sure, right? But you can see every house that's on the hill in San Diego, just like you can in places like Camelback, you know, in Scottsdale and places like that out here. But you ride past neighborhoods, you might see, you see what I'm saying? Whatever neighborhood you can see from the street. But Israel is like it to a house on the hill, right? You're the light to the world. Go ahead.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
So what you gotta do, bro, is you gotta be a light. So if you know you're an Israelite, you gotta start keeping these laws, man. You gotta start walking like an Israelite, and you gotta start lighting up the house. You see what I'm saying? Your people have to be able to see you. They can't see you if this brother's in darkness and you're in darkness, how can he see you? If y'all in the same room and it's dark and you put your damn flashlight on your phone, can he see you? You gotta turn your flashlight on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be an example, man. But watch this. Go ahead, Romans. Oh, go ahead.
Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Because you shining your light, which is keeping the laws and the commandments in front of everybody's face, it glorifies and exalts the Most High God. They understand that you're serious about not serving yourself, not serving this world, but serving the Most High God. And you need to be an example, not only to him, but to everybody else that doesn't know also. Because let me tell you something, bro. You knowing that you're an Israelite, not just hearing it, but actually knowing it, you already know more than 80% of your people. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying they ain't heard it before, but a lot of people don't believe it and don't resonate with it like that. You know more than 80% of your people, man. There's a responsibility that comes along with it. You know what I mean? passage for y'all. I know y'all got stuff to do, right? I'm going to read this for y'all, man, and then we'll let y'all get on y'all way. But I want you to hear this. Go ahead.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren.
So this is Paul talking, and Paul saying that he wished that he could go through what Christ went through. Like, you know how he died for his people, he was suffering, he was with. Paul saying he wishes he can go through all of that for his brethren. Go ahead.
My kinsmen,
His kinsmen.
according to the flesh.
Does that sound like everybody? Or does that sound, if I call you my brother, would I call everybody my brother? Right? He just called you his cousin. That's just like saying his kinsman. Right? Because you're brother, kinsman, and you guys share the same flesh. You guys come from the same people. So therefore you guys have that flesh. But it says brother, kinsman, and then it says according to the flesh. This is Paul talking to the Israelites. Go ahead, and he's going to say it. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? This ain't for everybody, bro. This is for you, which makes it even more special. And I ask this question a lot. If you're talking to a girl, and she says, what's your name? Huh? No, see, look at you. You gotta start building your heart. Look. So she says, Noah, I love you. But she says, I love you to every man she meets. Is her I love you to you special? But if she says, I love you and I don't love anybody else, is that special? See what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So this is what's special about finding out you're an Israelite, finding out who Jesus Christ was sent to die for, and finding out who the Most High God loves. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
You pertain. So the adoption pertains to you. They'll talk like the adoption pertains to the other nations, right? They were adopted in and so on and so forth. But that talks about Israelites who didn't know they were Israelites being adopted back in. You see what I'm saying? So that would be all of us. Honestly, go ahead.
And the glory.
And the glory, all the glory is for you. Remember, it said, who are Israelites? Adoption's for you. Glory's for you. Go ahead.
And the covenants.
Both of the covenants are for you. What your pastor will try to tell you is that's the old covenant, the new covenant's for everybody. That's not what the Bible says, bro. Both of the covenants are for you. Go ahead.
And the giving of the law.
The giving of the law was for you. So that law that we're talking about right now, the not eating pork, the wearing these fringes, the not celebrating their holidays, not worshiping their gods, etc., etc., that law is exclusively gave to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not given to nobody else. That's right. When you're growing up, man, you might be around a kid that has a lot of friends, but you got a father that loves you enough and that knows enough and that has enough wisdom to say, hey, I'm not letting you hang out with him, and you might not understand why. That kid in the future might end up dead or in prison. And when you have a little bit more wisdom, you're gonna say something like, man, I'm glad my dad had enough wisdom and ultimately enough love for me to tell me not to be around him. Right? The Most High has obviously enough wisdom and enough love for us to tell us not to partake in certain things because they would be our downfall. These laws ain't for everybody. They're for you. Go ahead.
And the service of God.
The service of God. We're put here to serve the Most High. Go ahead. And ultimately that's going into the temple work for the Levites and things like that. Go ahead.
And the promises.
The promises are for you, brother. Hey, the promises the other nation have is a promise of slavery. You think they're going to get away with touching the apple of the Most High's eye the way that they've done? Hold on, you got kids? You ain't got no kids, right? You got people you love, though? Would you let anybody that you love be a victim to anybody else without you having something to say about it? They got an answer for that, right? It's no different.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom is, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
So as concerning the flesh, they tell you, look, Jesus came and died for everybody. No, he came and died for them that are concerning the flesh, right? Those that have the same flesh as you, those that have the same father as you, those that are your kinsmen, and those that are your brothers, which are Israelites, like the Bible just said.
Who is overall, God bless forever. Amen.
And that's it, man. So understand this. You're an Israelite. The promises are for you. The glory is for you. The service is for you. The covenants are for you. Everything is for you. Right? You got time for one more? The brother said he got one more, man. You gonna tell this brother no? He's from Cali, man. How's some Cali love, bro? He all the way out here from Compton. Is it a long one? Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, good. The other, you're all right. The Bible just says that the other nations ain't nothing, bro. All right? The Bible, the other nations aren't anything, but I believe we summed that up in Deuteronomy 7:6 when it told you that you're above everybody else. All right? So look, man, if you believe you're an Israelite, start keeping the laws, man. All right? And that's ultimately what we're out here to do, to tell Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to just start keeping the laws in effect, bro. You know what I mean? We're out here every day, or every Saturday, I should say, starting at 7 o'clock. All right? Man, y'all be safe out there, man. All right? Hey, and ultimately, like I said, go ahead, y'all. I'm done. And ultimately, man, we're out here to speak to our people, man. Give me Isaiah 58, the good third back. That's like the first scripture I learned. You know what I mean? Isaiah 58. We're out here to look crazy. We're out here to make ourselves a spectacle. We're out here to raise our voices like trumpets. We're out here to sacrifice, to make our bodies a living sacrifice, and we're out here to do all of that. If it is just one person, if it is just nobody, man, we're out here to do all of that for our people and for our God. Right? You got that? Go ahead, Ar.
Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
So we're here to cry loud, spare not, lift up our voice like a trumpet. Go ahead.
And shew my people their transgression.
And we got to show you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, according to the Bible, where you're going off at, man. Right? The only way to get back on where you went off is by keeping the laws. Go ahead.
In the house of Jacob, their sins.
So you guys got to know where you're going off, and it's our job as watchmen. Somebody give me that. It's our job as watchmen to come out here, man, and you know, and blow the horn, man. Go ahead.
Songs of Solomon 5:7.
Right.
The watchmen that went about the city found me. They smote me. They wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my bill from me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him I am sick of love.
Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Son of man, you are a watchman unto the house of Israel. Not to everybody, bro. To hell with understand this right now. To hell with everybody that's not an Israelite. To hell with you if you're a so-called white man, woman, or child, or any other nation that's not a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American.
That's right.
We're not out here for you. The Bible's not for you, and God ultimately hates you.
That's right.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Therefore hear the warning at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right?
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
So we come out here and we tell our people who are living in wickedness, who are living adverse to the Bible, who are living adverse to the law, who are living adverse to God. We tell our people that you're going off. Go ahead.
And thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life.
So if we don't tell our people that they're living in wickedness and that ultimately they're going to die if they continue to do so, you got a question?
I was curious.
What's your, man, you didn't hear me? I screamed loud just for you too, man. What's your ethnicity? You're white, you're a Caucasian. God hates you, you're going into slavery. Now when you go down Mill Avenue and you open your little guitar and you put your guitar case out there hoping somebody chucks you a dime, sing about going into slavery. I want to hear one of them Edomite spirituals.
That's right.
Go ahead,
The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
So we come out here and we tell the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to stop living in sin because ultimately you're going to die. But if you do not listen, you're going to die in your iniquity as if we've never told you. Go ahead.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
But his blood's going to, if we don't tell you, Salaki, I elaborated too early on the part that I shouldn't have, right? If we don't tell you that you're living in wickedness, that blood is ultimately on our hands, man. You know what I mean? We partook in your death. Go ahead.
Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked ways.
So we come out here and we warn the wicked. So if we warn you and you don't turn from your sin, you keep on with the keeping on, right? Go ahead.
He shall die in his iniquity.
You're still gonna die.
but thou hast delivered thy soul.
But we delivered our own soul. So, I mean, I guess there's a sense of selfishness that was coming out here, right? We don't want to be destroyed either, you know, but we would rather that you get it.
Shine the light. They done let them bruise in the dough. Oh, shit. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. We ain't going nowhere. Hebrews. Hebrews. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. Look, Joe Biden need to free Dark Low. The hell is wrong with dude? Free the guy. If you Hebrew K, what the hell is wrong with you? He said, Deacon, you a Hebrew, I can't do a song with you. If the Christians find out, then they gon' take me off the pews. I'm like, shut the hell up, clown, stop picking sides. I'm so Hebrew, you can see it in my eyes. Lately, I've been seeing the Hebrews on the rise. And if they say we hate white people, that ain't lies. I know some Hebrews from out west, them boys be blickied up. I know some Hebrews from out east, them camps be lit as fuck. I know a sister from the west and she be scriptured up. And if you jump in her DM, she gon' refuse to lust. I like pomegranates, cause it got stars on it. My heart bleed for my people, though it got scars on it.